Hey, and welcome. Um, just been trying to get this back to a level keel for you, just so you can see basically. So this is, say, for example, the moon was a bit like that. This is probably a good place to be starting. Webcam imaging, easy to target the catch, and reasonably forgiving. So we focus in as best as we can on that, using the Microsoft Live Cam here to capture. Just going to untick these, and you can see it immediately throws everything right out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring the exposure down slightly. In fact, let's go and start as I mean to go on. I want to be in JPG format. I want to be down at 1280 by 720, and I want to be come on, it does tend to mess around like this, unfortunately, with sharp cap. And then I want to be at 30 frames per second. There we are. Exposure down. A bit better now. A bit further. Might be about probably there. And then brightness is already down. So really, what we need to do is just kind of focus on the attention, make sure this is at optimum focus. So it's difficult because you're up against the atmospheric conditions that make the like that. So focusing isn't the precise art. It's precise art, I should say. It's getting it as close as you possibly can, which is why we use Registacks after we've captured a movie here to get a snapshot of what an ideal image should be. The brief period when the atmosphere will stabilise to allow this light through, let's get a sharp picture. And I'm just about to bring in a nice region of the moon there for us, for the purposes of the tutorial, to use. So I'm going to probably take that capture there, and unfortunately, as I move about, that does cause an issue there with the movement of the picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand still now, click on start capture. Up here you can decide on the number of frames. I'm keeping with 500, and then I'm going to go for start, and that's now capturing down here. Let's drop that many. It's capturing at, well, roughly 30 frames per second, which is what we've asked it to do. Quite a decent frame rate for a camera of this price. So we're just going to run that through. That's done its bits. There we are. And it's processing it as an AVI file, which is great for Registacks. We can come down a bit further. It looks like quite a nice region there, maybe worth capturing. So we can get the entire there to the left in. Just adjust. This isn't guided as such, by the way. I'm having to do this manually. I'm not that wealthy. So I'm going to just capture that. And there's a number of projects you can do with something like this. You can just take areas of the moon, maybe go and find out from the lunar map what the craters are called, and perhaps use Photoshop to label the craters up. Another thing you can do is to capture panes of the moon, so you eventually cover the entire moon and then stitch them together to make a nice mosaic, which a lot of people do, and can be done in one night really. And if you really are ambitious, you can try and do that for every single phase, which some people do. I haven't yet. I'll try and capture this as well to give you an idea. But I mean, in theory, if you do this all the way across, I'm probably going to end up doing it at this rate, you can capture the entire moon and just sort of Registacks each AVI file, get the image, maybe give each image a bit of light processing, but not too much because you want it consistent, and then stitch it together. So that's all I wanted to show you there in terms of lunar imaging. Quite simple, quite straightforward. Good place to begin before you go on to planets. It gives you a feel of things you need to watch out for, which is exposure, brightness, contrast as well. Although Jupiter and Saturn and other objects will have a different rule to this. The moon's obviously nice and big and bright. But anyway, we'll be covering that in later tutorials. But I just wanted to show you that, and I hope it's been worth watching. I'm sure you'll see a brief Registacks where I've been able to process one of these for you. Thank you very much.